Hey, it's Thursday. I'm Tom. I'm back in Canada and it is freezing.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name.
So I had a great time in New York. It was one of the best trips I've ever taken, and it was beautiful there. It was sunny and autumnal, and then I came back to Ottawa, and it is minus 32 million and 10 degrees, and I am not prepared for this. So because my brain is frozen, I'm going to do the nerd tag that the sisters did on Wednesday. So let's go. I'm going to skip the questions that I have no idea what they mean. I'm not much of a video game person either. I don't know what warrior, wizard, knight means. Is that D&D? Question number 1. Kirk or Picard? Picard. Favorite subject in school? English. What would your Patronus be? Bumblebee, obviously. Favorite superhero? Probably Batman. Star Trek or Star Wars? Marvel or DC? Marvel. Mostly because they make great movies. In what unsports related way do you keep in shape? I walk my dog a lot. Favorite video game? Super Paper Mario. I love that. I have a Wii and I played that game and really enjoyed it. Favorite author? Well, probably Donna Tartt, who I have spoken about in the last few videos I've done. I also really love Alice Munro. I love Cynthia Voigt, and I'm a big fan of Ray Bradbury. Favorite indie band? I like a lot of indie bands. I can't pick one. What is the nerdiest thing about yourself? When I was a kid or a teenager and I had to babysit my little brothers, my parents would always take me to the movie store to pick out movies, and I never picked out anything good or recent or contemporary. I always picked out something really old like Murder on the Orient Express or Howard's End. Nerdiest movie in my collection. This is kind of meta nerdy, but I would say Moonrise Kingdom by Wes Anderson, who is kind of a king of the nerds, or at least some governor of one of the nerd states or provinces. And I love his movies so much, and they are full of nerds, and they are kind of nerdy and geeky, but in a really beautiful way, and Moonrise Kingdom takes the cake. PlayStation, Xbox, or Wii? Wii. What is the biggest word you know? Anti-disestablishmentarianism, which is the longest word in the English language. I think greatest nerd accomplishment. When I was in grade 8, I taught myself the Greek alphabet. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon, zeta, eta, theta, iota, kappa, lambda, mu, nu, xi, omicron, phi, rho, sigma, tau, epsilon, phi, chi, psi, omega. Biggest nerd role model? Probably Adrian Tomine or Tomine. I've never known how to pronounce his name. He's very nerdy and he's a great graphic comics artist. I love him. What fictional character did you fantasize about as a kid? I don't really remember this, but my cousin tells me that I was in love with Miss Piggy for at least a year, maybe 2. Jocks, friends or foes? These days, I am friends with many jocks, but when I was in school, they were foes. Oh, they were foes. Old school bit video games or modern 3D graphics? Old school. Old school. Nerdiest pickup line? Hey baby, want to go to my house and do some math? What's the nerdiest piece of clothing you've ever owned? Scott Pilgrim t-shirt from before Scott Pilgrim was super famous. Do you have a random useless talent? I don't think so. That was my dog. Do you read the book before seeing the movie? Of course I do. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? Probably flying. Except I'd be afraid of dropping. Okay, so I am tagging any of the other rebels who want to take this challenge on. Except for obviously Sarah and Kaylee who already did it. Peace out.